Tonight's true scary story is creepy. It is from Quebec, and I'm not going to give you any other details besides that. We're just going to jump right into it. But before we do, it really does help me if you hit that like button. And if you like my scary stories, hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when I tell more. Tonight's submitter did not tell me whether I could use her real name or not, so we are going to call her Molly. Molly has a lot of paranormal experiences, but the thing that triggers her the most is the demon that has been following her her entire life. When Molly was 11, she moved from the big city, Montreal, to a farm town. She used to sleep with her mother, and her brother's room was right next to theirs. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me in this story because she is from Quebec, and so she did her best to write this in English, but I'm trying to translate it. So in her brother's room, there was a wardrobe with a slit at the bottom of it where you could creep in and see the unfinished basement. One day, he asked Molly why she kept going downstairs in the basement to cry. Molly wasn't doing that. Now, a little bit later on Halloween, her brother, and her brother's cousin, they have a different father, and Molly's best friend were watching a horror movie. Well, Molly and her best friend fall asleep during this horror movie, and they wake up to the sound of crying again. They're both lying on a mattress on the floor, and they both look at each other at the same time, like, why are you crying? Neither of them were crying. So they're spooked at this point, so they decide to follow the noise, and they follow the noise to see something. They see a little girl with a yellow dress and braids in her hair. She was sitting on the stairs to the basement, facing away from them, crying. She was holding her face in her hands. They literally booked it, and they slept underneath her mom's bed. Then another time in the morning, her mother hears what sounds like somebody going up the stairs. When she got up, the sound stopped right away. Then she goes down to the basement, and all the boxes in the basement were scattered across the floor. And all the framed pictures that they had down there were smashed. Another time, her brother comes running up the stairs. He's in the basement, and he starts screaming at her mother, saying, "Stop scratching my door!" When they went to go look, there were 3 long, deep scratches that went from the top of the door to the bottom of the door. She said it literally looked like a lion scratched the door. This thing has followed her her entire life, but it changes forms. Like, she'll see a little boy. One time she's standing at her ex's house brushing her teeth, and she looks in the mirror and she sees the little boy standing behind her. She then looks back at the mirror, and there's a handprint on the mirror from the little boy, she assumes. Then Molly started getting sick with chronic illnesses. Her first chronic illness was complex regional pain syndrome, which is almost impossible to get rid of, but she did get rid of it. And Molly got herself into law school, and she was doing great when she comes down with a second illness, which was anxiety disorder, severe anxiety disorder. She got rid of that, but then she got hurt at her old job, and she now has 2 herniated discs. The job that this happened at, she had major issues with just getting compensation from them, and it was just a disaster, basically. It even overworked her after this and tried to make her do things that were against the law, but it was good money, so she didn't know what to do. It was just one thing after another after another. Her ex-boyfriend filmed them doing things that he should not have been filming without her consent. He then sent it to one of the cam girls that he was talking to and cheating on her with. But just before she got injured, her and her boyfriend bought a house, and this house was huge, but they got it for a very discounted price, and her mother moved in with them. They moved in August of 2023, and everything just got so much worse. Her boyfriend then started getting incredibly hostile towards her for no reason at this house. It just appeared out of nowhere. Then her mother-in-law, who lived in the basement, had to have 2 operations on her back and then 2 on her foot. And then, all of a sudden, Molly starts having trouble with the same foot. So this girl is just going through one hardship after another, and then the people around her are going through hardships, and then the hardships that they go through are mimicked onto her. We're gonna rewind for a little bit. During COVID, she got a Ouija board, and her friend, her best friend, started playing with it and asking it questions. The Ouija board gave them a name. She refused to repeat the name because apparently it's a name of a demon in Sodom. If anyone knows what that is, please drop it in the comments. This demon likes attaching itself to women and them. This thankfully did not happen to her, but it is messing with her tremendously. So back to the house that she was living in, that big house that they paid very little for. So it actually has 2 extra rooms and a bathroom that she rents out. First, her tenants were completely normal, but then something would happen to every single one of them. Like, one of them got into drugs. It was so bad that his dealer beat him up so badly that the cops got called and he tried to sue her for that. And the second was a couple that moved in that ended horribly in domestic violence. She said she knows all these bad things that are happening to her are from this demon. She's also in crippling debt. She's sick all the time. She decided to do a protection spell around her house, but then something horrible happened to some of her animals. She had a chicken and 2 hens, and one died in a tragic accident. On the camera, it just seemed like something spooked them out of their mind and they just started flying like rapidly. And then the camera just cuts out and she found one completely flattened underneath a plank that it shouldn't have been able to get underneath. The surviving one was absolutely traumatized when she found her. She also sees shadows walking in front of her garage door, and her roommate has seen it too, one time when he was standing outside waiting for a lift. Often at night, her dog will start freaking out, looking at the same spot every time he does, right in front of her bed. She's also heard her mother speaking to her when her mother isn't home. Things will disappear randomly. Things will fall off shelves for absolutely no reason. She has no energy whatsoever left inside of her. Then more of her animals died. Like, this girl was just going through absolute hell. This is insane. And the cameras never show anything. On video, everything seems fine, or it will just cut out, or just nothing. She basically wants to know what she can possibly do to make all of this stop, because her life is a living hell right now, and she truly believes that this is because of a demon that is following her around in different forms. She believes that this demon is killing her animals and making people act crazy when they come into her home and causing illness. I feel like I get so many stories where entities or demons or something paranormal will cause people to have these illnesses. I just got a story actually of someone telling me that after they watched one of my videos, they couldn't speak, they couldn't pray, literally couldn't talk out loud and pray, and then they developed rashes everywhere. Like, I don't know what's going on. I know it may seem like a lot of this didn't seem very paranormal, but to her it is, and she's scared. So if anyone has any suggestions or comments, please drop them below, because she would love to know. I would also love to know what she could possibly do to make this stop. It sounds like she did some type of spell, but that may have made it worse. I also think that her using a Ouija board definitely did not help at all. Oh, okay, but now we're going to do my favorite part, which is what? My shout outs. My first shout out is going to Noram FKNE. You said that you get giddy every single time you see one of my videos. That makes me giddy. I absolutely love that so much. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for loving it so much. That means the absolute world to, well, I can't even talk. That means the absolute world to me. Do you guys notice that I can't talk ever? I'm not editing this out, but I appreciate you so much. You are the absolute best for that. I love you, girl or boy. I can't see whether you're a girl or boy, but you can tell me in the comments. One is going to Heather Perry 475. You follow me on my other account on TT and here, and I appreciate that so much more than you know. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for being so sweet. Thank you for commenting. Just thank you. Like, thank you. I love all of you so much. You have no idea. I appreciate you with all of my heart. I would not have this channel without you guys, and you guys make my day with these comments every single day. Like, even just the regular comments, like, you supporting me means everything, and all of you mean so much to me. With that being said, my name is Kaisa, and I tell true scary stories on here every other night that you guys submit to me. So if you like that, hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when I tell true scary stories. And other than that, I just need you to do 3 things for me. And what are those? Keep sending me your scary stories. Second one is have a safe night. And what's the third one? Say it with me. Have a spooky night. Love you guys. See you in the next one.